Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luke, otherwise known as CoolHandWiz, and today we are playing a game called The Old City, which looks like an amazing game. I'm super excited for it. First off, I hope you guys are enjoying the huge variety in videos we've had lately. I know they've been a little bit sporadic, and that's mostly because I just really haven't had the time to edit them. I have a few videos that I've already recorded, just needed to sit down and look them over before I publish them, so hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do that. Apart from that though, let me know if you guys want to see more of this game and what your thoughts are. It's a very different game. I guess you could describe it as almost like a walking simulator game where you're just kind of observing the environment around you. But I thought it was worth a try, so let's get started. You are about to inhabit a broken mind. Not everything you see or hear is trustworthy. One. Me.
Hello again. I guess it's time for us to chat, as is our routine. Not to imply that this is unwanted. In fact, I think I'm growing rather fond of you. You and I have shared a grand nothingness, and I feel as though your belly is a suitable embassy amidst the unknown above.
Huh. Okay, so there's somebody talking in our head, I think. Okay. Wow, this game is really cool. Okay, so there's a little bit... It's very story-driven, so here's our first clue. So 31st of January. I often wonder how many times I have woken up to greet you. Hundreds, if not thousands, or days have gone by, surely. I can't believe you have not shown him to me. Solomon, my dear Solomon, yes. I met him near the south side of this facility. We had a wonderful chat, and I don't want you to feel jealous. A friendship between us would never develop to eclipse my friendship with you. As he distanced himself from me after mentioning a woman named Belle, the poor fellow was unable to rid his mind of her. Some long-lost friend from an older time, I think. I'm glad I'll never lose you, Leviathan. Our relationship is a special one. Okay. 2nd of February. He said something about moving towards happiness and contentment. I get the sense that this was simple sarcasm, but that often gives way to actual desire. I do hope he finds what he is looking for. After all, he is making an effort to explore. That's more than I can say for the other Minotaurs down here, the ones whose residence is near the dumping point for the clean water was bad enough, but the new one, this Moses character, does nothing but whine about his precious dwellers and their unwillingness to move. Where's your movement, Moses? To be fair, he did leave the other day. He said he was meeting with the Order camp somewhere north. The 5th of February. He's back. Not Solomon, no, the other one, Moses, just down the way. It's so hard to keep track of all these Minotaurs these days. But I'm sure you know them all. You are a perceptive one, aren't you? Anyway, he's back and I feel compelled to go and meet him again. I'm quite the social butterfly, I'll have you know. Granted, whenever I attempt dialogue, I usually get the same tired story about how insane I am, or some other nonsense. Moses doesn't like me. He had the nerve to say that you don't exist. He said that I am some idiot bumbling around spewing my mind to you. Well, Moses, I'm no fan of your work either. 7th of February. The fool, he made the switch. At least that's what they say. I made the switch at once, and my mind has never fully recovered. I embraced void, but I resurfaced quickly enough to survive. Why have you done this, Moses? Why have you dived into uselessness? After I switched to the unclean water, I began to see the world for what it could be, the vast of nothingness. I came only to rely on you to unveil reality again. Leviathan, you must show me what they have done and what this place is, lest I implode in my own abyss. the 15th of April. He's gone. No longer will he exist as a parasite in your belly. He has made his escape, his journey to Tarshish, and I cannot help but feel as though he is brave in doing so. On the other hand, here I sit, alone, with nothing to show for myself. I have become static. I sit here, consuming the supplies from the old city, never even considering what the sources might hold. Shall I continue to rot? Perhaps I should drink the unclean water again. After all, if I am useless, there is no reason to dissolve. No, I will continue to cling to the sanity like a man lost in his hope, and I will cling to your innards like the parasitic worm I am. 30th of November. It's been long enough. I have wasted away being useless for enough time to see that there must be a change. Tomorrow, Leviathan, tomorrow I will make my journey, and I will return to the surface, and I will find the old city. I will find the sources. Jonah. I don't know if we are Jonah or if that's somebody else. This game is really, really cool. Nothing over here, it looks like. Water source main. I know this game takes place in like a desolate city where everybody has disappeared for one reason or another, but I don't really know that much else apart from that because I wanted to kind of keep it kind of a mystery for myself too. So we'll kind of both learn about it as we continue to go farther in the game. This is my really like the first time I've actually played like a game like this, at least in a while. I don't...
And please do not take offense. Your innards sometimes frighten me. Even in the complete safety of a belly and to myself, there are places like this that I do not want to know.
Question is, where did everybody go? And how long have I been by myself? Yeah, that's what I thought. There really aren't that many controls in this game. I just hope I don't get lost. Because I know you have to explore until you figure out where you're supposed to go. Go and see. I don't know what button I pressed, so...
Shall I ascend to your lungs and feel your breath? I think that would be lovely.
Okay. This is kind of creepy. Two. Them. Okay, so we're on the 4th floor. Oh! What the heck happened here?
Simple little animals, aren't they? Filthy, no doubt, but can you really blame them? I suppose that if I were to hate them for their nature, I would be just as filthy. It's an odd position. To hate a rat for being a rat is to make oneself a rat all the same.
I really don't know what happened here. Oh. There is nothing up there. Watch for that which can watch. Peeing is relieving. I watch and return. There are eyes everywhere. No privacy in the bathroom. Ew. Employees must wash hands before returning to work. Guessing there's nothing in here, but I might as well check. Interesting. There's no writing on the walls in this bathroom. Although still just as dirty. Oh gosh, this is getting
What's
dark.
down there?
Jeez.
No one ever told me. Not that I know anyone. Apparently, after the Guild took this area from the Order, they felt the need to block off the tunnel leading to an access point dumping into the unclean water. Everyone knows not to drink it, so why block the path?
I wonder if this water is what made everybody, like, insane, maybe, and that's why. Or maybe when he was saying going into the void and the abyss, he was actually talking about dying. I don't know, either one.
It's funny how they all hoard the same supplies. All of it from the old city, and all of it wasted.
I thought we were in the old city at first, but I guess we're not. Maybe the old city is above us, and we're underground?
Would you grant me another ascent? I've explored your innards. Let me scale your back. It's always struck me as odd that evil is never self-aware. I mean, the most horrendous actions, these conglomerate endeavors of warring cabals, are caused by the best intentions. So all that's left is this grand suspicion of idiocy. Good intentions are moot under the control of a ludicrously stupid idea. But my contribution is hardly an appropriate contrast. I would like to argue that my contribution is non-existent, and thus superior to their negative impact. But
Wow.
the truth is, we're all infinitely terrible for not contributing at all, be it through neutrality or detriment.
Look at... Wow. Okay, we not pick that up? Guess not. I don't even think we have an inventory, so that would make sense. The visuals in this game are just amazing. Heathen. Looks like this is like a shipping yard almost. Watch your step. I feel like these stairs are too small for us. I really like how much detail they put into this game. What's that? Solomon's note. Oh, we missed one. No. How long are these notes? Okay, I don't think I'll read these. If you guys want me to read them, I will, but that's gonna take a long time to read. I can't tell if Solomon was a Minotaur, or if he was a human, or if we're a human, or if we are a Minotaur. I think we are a human. The question is if we're from where the Minotaurs are, or if the Minotaurs even exist truly, or if they're...
Perhaps I should kill myself. It's a rather funny thought, actually. The standard reason for suicide entails depression. A sad portrait of a weak mind. But my desire for death is far more utilitarian. I feel as though I am useless. And I gather that this feeling is similar to what the others have felt. I do not suppose that any of them felt any particular brand of gloom before the end. Just a single shade of gray. At any rate, I prefer this situation to its emotional alternative. We Minotaurs are only different in that we're honest. We see what our species has become. We see the disease, and we see that there's no cure. What then, Should I linger until I grow old and die, affecting nothing, and assuming the role of sewage? No. I'm beginning to feel as though the only honorable route is a swift end. Time has changed from an agent of death to an agent of cleanliness, wiping away existence like some sort of cosmic and crematory disposal. And I best incinerate myself before the universe is forced to deal with me through age.
Wow. That's a very strong attitude, I guess, or perspective. Looks like there's more notes here, though. 54. I think I am about done with it. I don't know how long I will continue searching for Jerusalem and why the hell they can't call it that anyway. I suppose that when the narrative of the old city fails, the only thing left is to generate your own. That's precisely what they did, isn't it? Why find the source of the water when you have the destination? Yes? Pathetic. Just think about what could be in there. Beyond the walls, beyond the conflict, and beyond the leap. What enlightenment awaits us inside? Do you want to see it? Is our status as unknowing something I should feel proud of? Why can't we not progress? 55. I am sick of living off of charity water. If the water from the inland really is the only viable option for sustenance, I'd rather die than continue to exist with the same unchanging fruits of an undiscovered tree. Shall I brave the unclean waters? Let us see how impure the swill really is. 56. It has been 5 days since I made my switch to the unclean water, and I must say I am feeling very little difference, if anything. I am slightly disappointed. I was expecting some massive psychological change, some shift from my original consciousness. I know feeling almost no allegiance to the unknowing or their ideas, but that could simply be because of my recent frustrations with them rather than the unclean water being in some way the source. Is this it, then? Well, for some reason it doesn't look like it affected this guy, whoever that is. But from the other notes that we found, it looks like it causes people to lose their mind. Who knows if that's true, but... because obviously we're all by ourselves, talking to ourselves. I hope I'm going in the right direction. I couldn't remember which way I came from. Whoa, what's that? The deep. 57. 15 days in and still no effect. A sham, then, yes? The waters from the inland are no different than the waters of Shoal. Incredible. Truly incredible. Here I sat, wasting my time, thinking that the inland could provide us with some new perspective, some enlightenment, some answers. But no, the inland is just as pointless as the rest of it. The world has truly fallen, hasn't it? There's eyes everywhere. I wonder if it causes people to go crazy. Down, down, down into negativity. 58. It has now been 3 days and 3 nights since I started drinking from Shoal, and I must say, I feel fantastic. I feel like a new man, a changed man, a man with no purpose and a man on the edge of suicide. Isn't it not wonderful? Ah, look around you. The lack of all things, meaning, reason, all gone. Isn't it truly amazing? I have never been happier, you know. If only the others know how pointless the inland waters were. If only they could see the beauty of nothingness calling us from the distant shores. I don't want to say that. It's a long list of numbers, though. The end of it, yes. Can you hear it, too? I remember when I could only hear it, but now I can see it, as well as see the sight, and the sight is grand. Don't worry, my dear reader. One day you'll see it as well, and you, too, will answer the call of the void. One day you'll see the vast of nothingness, you will see the shores of the homeland disintegrate, and you will see the reality of instability, the deconstruction of everything revealed in all of its glory. Prepare yourself. Your time will come, and in that moment, I hope you will have the courage to remove the consciousness from this shared abyss. Join me in the void, Jonah. Oh my gosh, this is the guy from the very beginning? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was just a different person. Jonah, 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 why? Why?